Right, I see that there are a lot of new faces joining in today. For them, I would want any one of you who had joined last week's session to summarize what we had discussed. Okay, a 5-6 pointer summary. Who's ready?
Ma'am,
Yes, go ahead, Karan.
yes, ma'am, I do.
You'll do right. Go ahead,
Yes,
Karan.
ma'am, I do.
Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Myself, Karan. I'm from Vilupuram. I'm currently pursuing the Computer Science Engineering final year at IIT College of Engineering. So, my projects that I done in my college are, in my first semester, I done a research on Google PageRank algorithm, and I demonstrated a project based on that. On the second year, I have done a virtual assistant using Python with own modules and using own Python platform. And also in the third year, I done with my teammate of OpenCV based criminal identification cascade classifier, and it got a great reach. And I also won many prizes in that with that competition. And I also has an experience of converting a project as a business model. So I have done that in Fair McAfee 2022. And about my other projects are I have done um, projects based upon generative AI and also the hand cascade in advanced Raspberry Pi and another extracurricular concept. And my co-curricular activities are I have been a representative of my class for an academic year 2020 to 2021, and I also had a great leadership skill in my class. And I'm also an associate secretary for a department of CSE at the College of Engineering. And also, I have done many competitions. I have participated in many paper presentation in Vilupuram Anna University and in KCG Infotech, and I got only participation certificate. In inter-college tournament, I have won the first prize in the Xperia 2K23, and I was an associate secretary among that. And I also distributed various prizes for the various students on that particular event. On that event, a special chief guest has been invited from Fair McAfee concept, and we have collaborated and done this event successfully. And I learned many things from what I studied and what I been participated and anticipated throughout. And I'm a fast learner, and I'm also a team player. I've been led a lot of projects with my teammates in both of the genders, and I also done many presentations at my class. Even though it's a small seminar, I'll be the first person to do that. And I also am currently I'm appreciating a role in a Accenture company as a full stack developer. I have shared about the job from a LinkedIn profiles, and also I'm excited about the job because it is a quite peaceful environment, and also Accenture is a good place to work as a full stack developer with a good salary package and also a good peaceful environment that I can utilize my skills and knowledge in that. And I'm right fit for that because I'm currently doing a full stack development, and I'm also capable of doing my coding skills. I know basics in C, Python, and Java, and also I know with technologies, HTML and CSS, and I'm currently doing some projects on that. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself and to introduce about my domain and skills. So thank you, ma'am.
Thanks, Karan. What a good start. And I'm really sorry for the background noise, firstly. Alright. Good, Karan. It was a good attempt. Sorry, one moment. Sorry, guys. Really sorry for that. Okay, I have three more people who joined in just now. I'm not going to allow them in. What do you say, Venkatana?
Yours. This is your session. You can do whatever the things you want to.
Okay. Okay, let me admit them that I've just given one a warning, last one. So for people who joined in just now, I would just want to say that this is going to be the last time that we are going to allow latecomers, and if anyone joins 5 minutes is going to be the grace period given to you all, and if anyone joins in first 5 minutes, they'll be still sitting in the waiting room throughout the meeting. So time is very essential. It's essential that we respect everyone else's time, right? So yeah, coming to you, Karan, you did an amazing job for a first attempt. Awesome, good job. But before that, I just wanted to let people know that the intent was to summarize what we had discussed in our previous meeting. You did a
Sorry,
good
ma'am,
job.
I joined late for the class, 1 minute late, so I didn't. I thought that it was a presentation.
It's okay, no worries with that. So I'll give you the feedback later once the summary is over, alright? And with respect to feedback, I'll make sure that I give you individually and not in front of you. Okay, alright? So, one moment. Yeah. So, current feedback I'll give you later on. Once I've tried that at the okay, good attempt, but current, good job. Alright, is anyone here to summarize what we discussed in the last week? I see Tarun has unmuted himself. Hey Tarun. Hello. Hello. Looks like there's a bit of a chaos going in. Let me see if I can mute him. Yeah. Alright, can anyone else volunteer? What was it that we discussed here? Yep.
James.
Hi.
In previous class, we discussed in interview how to wear and dress properly and how to look the interviewers. What kind of dresses wear, accessories, jewels, etc.
Alright, good point. What else? I think anyone else too. Anyone else? The next point, I would want anyone else to volunteer apart from Jairaj and Karan.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hi, Jashri. How are you?
Fine, ma'am. How are you, ma'am?
Doing good, as you can see.
Last class we saw about how to make a first impression. Like what is a first impression is.
Okay. What is first impression?
First impression is how we impress the interviewer as someone, the third person. Like it takes just a second. Like how we create a first impression is by, for example, if I take an interview, how we enter inside the room, how we ask an excuse, and how we greet ourselves. So these are most of the points where we can make first impression.
Awesome. Next. Anything else? Anyone else who want to chime in?
Hi, Satya, ma'am.
Hi.
This is Fatima.
Hi, Fatima. How are you?
Fine. How are you, ma'am?
Doing good.
So, last sessions we discussed how to introduce yourself if you are a fresher or experienced person. So the one point. Then if you have a career break, how to overcome those problems. So these are the things we discussed last week. So,
Right. Anyone else would want to volunteer? Good job, Fatima. Sorry for the noise, guys. I have very naughty kids at home. Alright. Anyone else would want to say anything else?
We discussed about what to wear and what not to wear while appearing in an interview. these points also be discussed.
Yeah.
I guess they forget or don't.
Alright. Good.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Karthi. How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. And you also mentioned about the last session that about the dress code, ma'am.
What is it?
Dress code, like light color dresses, ma'am.
Light color dresses?
Not in dark colors. And
Like,
also, yeah. What?
like light color dresses meaning white shirt and white pant? Like
No, ma'am. White shirt with light dark pant, like navy blue pants.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Alright. Okay. Good point. And can anyone say from the ladies what was discussed for interview dressing, about interview dressing for women? Hi. Hello. Hi, Andy. Hello. Hey, people. I can't hear you, Andy. Sorry. Good evening, ma'am. Hi, Aishu.
Yes, ma'am. Should wear closed shoes and then light color top and dark color pants like kurtas. And then we can, if we are comfortable, we can open up our hair or we can tie.
Awesome. Alright, so these were some basic things that we had discussed. First, about first impression, the impression that we lay on the other person, and that takes around 3 to 5 seconds. Alright? And some important points to remember here was for any manager, for any hiring manager to actually decide on whether to hire you or not, it would hardly take 30 to 90 seconds max. And those 30 seconds, you come in, you knock on the door, you enter the room, you give them a handshake. So all these things would be covered within the first 30 minutes. And only after this would come your next, the whole interviewing part itself. So நீங்க ரூம்ல என்டர் பண்ற ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 30 செகண்ட்ஸ்லயே ஆல்மோஸ்ட் 33% மேனேஜர்ஸ்க்கு வந்து ஒரு ஐடியா வந்துடும் that this guy is fit for the role or not. Okay, and unconsciously யாரை பார்த்தாலும் we have this uh, uh, judgment that happens in our mind, and that's called first impression. ஒரு ஆளை பார்த்தாலே we kind of judge him, right? This guy could be a fool. This guy could be, a nice person. This guy seems to be very qualified. He might be in some white collar job. All these things நம்ம வந்து unconsciously judge பண்ணுவோம். Right? So that is what constitutes your first impression, and interviews la idu vandu or major role play பண்ணும். Alright? So I'm involving a little bit of Tamil here and there because I got a feedback from last week that it wasn't easy for you guys to understand. It became really complicated. I don't want that to happen. So let's have a touch of both Tamil and English in our meeting today. Alright? And just whenever you find me saying out something that is unclear, stop me there and ask me questions. Right? And this is for everyone in this meeting. If you find any statement that I say is unclear or you're finding it difficult to understand, just stop me there and ask up your questions. Alright? So that's about what we had discussed. First impression, dressing for an interview, and we also had covered some pointers about tell me about yourself. Right? So 90% of the cases, whenever you enter into the interview, the first question that the interviewer would ask you is, tell me about yourself. Right? Some pointers, and I'd also shared it in the WhatsApp group about how you could, what could be some questions that you could answer and make a reply for, or make a response for your tell me about yourself question, right? So how many of you guys have prepared, and let's see how many of you would want to volunteer today, except people who are just answered. Did anyone raise a hand? Sorry. Karan did an amazing job. Good job. Hi, Fatima. You want to go first?
Yes, sure.
Go ahead.
So,
Fatima.
first of all, thank you for giving this opportunity to introduce myself to you and to your sir. I am Fatima from Trichy. So I have completed my BE from Sarnath College of Engineering in 2017. Then, so now currently I am working as the incubation assistant in the IADM incubation cell. So if you are, I hope you are aware. If you are in incubation cell, if you are in startup ecosystem, I hope you are aware of that. But I just want to give you an overview of what incubation cell is. It's no other people also know. So it's regarding if you have a startup, if you want to make a startup, you have an idea, right? But you don't have the investment, you don't have the mentorship support, you don't have the co-working space. These are the support we offering to the startups. So these are the areas of incubation cell. So then I recently this full stack developer is not related to my field, for I have 5 years of experience. But why I joined this course, the reason for joining this course, so before 2 years, I started my own interest to learn the website developing. But at some point I was stuck, so I couldn't able to rectify the problems without guidance. So one day I traveled, recent days, I traveled with my friend, she's Ilakya. So she tell about the full stack developer course, APJ Dream Tech course. And also, she told me how Venkat sir guided many students making the students to develop their career. So I chose this mainly for this course. So this is again a turning point for joining this course as a full stack developer. So mainly things. So I did my final year project is a bug boosted converter. This is completed simply. That I'm not going to the technical part. So apart from academia, I'm a sports person. So I got many prizes and also a technical leader. So then I'm not choosing any specific company for the full stack developer because I'm not. It's a new field for me. So first of all, for the next 6 months, once I build your confidence in this course, then I can choose a small company rather than reputed companies, because if it's small companies, you have a lot of efforts to put to make it happen. So these are the over things that's all about. If you want to ask any questions, I am happy to answer them.
Sure. Fatima. So my one question would be, what are your interests apart from your technical expertise and your area of job?
What are interested? So I'm coordinations for organizing the event. It may be technical or non-technical, cultural events or organizing the events in proper way.
Have you organized any events in the
past? We have.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask you, have you organized any events like this?
Yes, ma'am. I work in Sastra University. So we have a Tech Fest. So it's a cultural event. So I organize those events.
What part of your job was the organization? I'm like, how did you contribute towards this organization, organizing this event? Like,
collecting the students' database and arranging every event in a proper places. So we guided the students. So for these are the things I coordinated.
So was there a team under you? Did you collect people or volunteers to work under you?
No. I'm a volunteer. So I have a team. I'm not a leader there, but I'm a part of the team.
Awesome. Good to hear that, Fatima. And you said that about 2 years ago, you started gaining an interest in web development. May I know how it was?
During the COVID time, we have enough time, right? So I started my own. So we can learn website course. So in Coursera. After that, in Java. some codings I have the problems at the time, so I was stuck. So after that I don't continue that process. So this is a major drawback. So no problem. It's a good to start now.
Awesome, awesome. And when you heard about front-end development, full stack development, did you also check in for other institutions that were training you?
No. I'm not checked. I registered in Udemy, Coursera. These are the platform I registered, but I'm not looking like any other institution. I'm not interested to pay the money to learn. I'm interested, but I don't know how I am joined the APZ Dream Tech. Maybe my friend inspired me about this course. I thought.
So, and how is it going?
So have you inspired? It's free trial class is completed 1 month. So apart from money, I could learn some new skills for the next 6 months. I have a confidence.
All right. So one important question that I would want to ask you, Fatima, is after finishing this course, what kind of companies do you think you'll be a right fit for, and what kind of roles?
Everyone says TCS.
Okay, TCS is an MNC. Again, so are you looking to go into MNCs? And if yes, why?
So I've not researched any full stack developer company so far. So I want to work on that. So what are the companies for the full stack developer? I don't research it so far.
Okay. Awesome. Good job, Fatima. Good. Anyone else would want to challenge here? I see a lot of people who have raised the hand, right? Vivalata, would you want to challenge? Hi, Vivalata.
Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste, Vivalata. How are you doing? You want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, Vivalata.
My name is Jivalata. I'm from Karnai. I'm recently graduated BCom in Sharda Mahavidyam College, Arts and Science College for Women in Undrapet, and also completed my diploma in entrepreneurship, and I learned a lot of theory in subjects like business communication and entrepreneurship. I did my presentation in ancient ancient Indian history, and done my college. I did my co-curricular activities like drama in our college.
Alright.
My skill is,
Go ahead.
I know the Photoshop and Corel Draw.
Zero, the good start. Go ahead.
Light of error.
It's okay. This is just a beginning, Vivalata. You start from here, you practice, and you will go achieve your mission.
This is the first step, right?
Yeah, it's the first step. Go ahead.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, go ahead.
And my excites to opportunities to work on interesting project with learned new skills and my improving ourselves.
Awesome. Good job.
I can prove my skills and knowledge that the company and effectively answered. And skills and knowledge the right fit for the job.
Awesome. Good. Great.
Thank you.
You must have done that. Jiveda, good job. Good job that you actually volunteered and spoke out. I guess although it's the first time, you did an amazing job. Just keep on trying, keep on working on it, and you'll do an amazing job for sure. All right. So just one tip is like if you're feeling under fear, no, if you can do one thing, just write down whatever you want to write, speak out, all right, for this answer, right? What I had mentioned last time, take a piece of paper and pen and write down whatever you want to say out first. Read it out first. Read it out loudly, all right?
Okay, ma'am.
Times read it out loudly, and then try out without looking at the paper. Okay? Go and stand in front of the mirror. Try out without looking at the paper. You would you would want to actually you feel an urge to actually look at the paper. You will feel stuck sometimes when you are actually looking at the mirror and saying out things, but it's okay. How many ever times it takes for you to gain that confidence, try it out as many times you want. Okay? And if you get anyone else to listen to you also, right? If you have new friends with whom you're comfortable with, you can actually ask them to listen to you, alright, and gain suggestions, right? So if you have friends, you can just say that, hey, I'm preparing for this. There is exam, and I just want you guys to listen to me. And take it sportively. Alright?
Okay, ma'am.
Kinds of tips. And yes, you did an amazing job. You basically covered all the questions that I had mentioned in the WhatsApp group. Good job. Good start actually. Again, but there's a lot to enhance. There's a lot to improve from here. But again, that will come with time. No worries. Okay. Good start. Good job. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Fatima, just wanted to say a couple of tips for you as well. So I understand that you just prepared the values of yourself. Keeping in mind our class, right? But that's not how it's going to be when you're interviewing, right? So one tip is whenever you are interviewing, be prepared of the role, know everything about the role, and if it requires you to actually go contact someone who's working in the same role in the same company, you could do it. You could do it via LinkedIn easily, actually. So you could find people who are working in the same role on LinkedIn, give them a request, and try understanding more about the role. That is, if the job description does not give you enough information. Alright?
Okay.
You could find out people with the same role on LinkedIn, give them a request, and casually have a conversation with them and ask them, I saw this opportunity in your company and I find myself as the right fit. I would just want to understand a little bit more about the role, what it comprises, what kind of work do you guys do on a day-to-day basis in this company. These kinds of questions you could ask them, alright? And again, the job description, what are your roles and responsibilities? There's a section which says job description, roles and responsibility, and then there's a section which says qualifications, alright? These two sections you have to read properly.
Okay.
In most of the cases, you would also have to customize your resume and cover letter according to the job description and the roles and responsibilities. So whenever you're going for interview, it is very, very, very important that you research about the company and research about the role and what makes you the right fit. இதுல நமக்கு எப்படி ஆன்சர் கிடைக்கும்னா first what makes you the best fit for the role எப்படி ஆன்சர் கிடைக்கும்னா உங்க job description roles and responsibilities அதுல skills ன்னு இருக்கும்ல அது வந்து உங்ககிட்ட இருந்துச்சுன்னா that makes you the best fit, the right fit for the role automatically, ரைட்? பட் இது தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்கு நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும்? ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ரோல்ஸ் அண்ட் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டிஸ், ஸ்கில்ஸ் இதெல்லாம் நம்ம போய் படிக்கணும். அப்படிதான் நம்மளுக்கு தெரியும், அப்படிதான் நம்ம சொல்ல முடியும். So you have to make sure that you're thorough with the roles and responsibilities of the role. And you say, you answer this question, what makes you the best fit for the role? You have to pick up points from the roles and responsibilities and then frame it into a sentence and then say that. Okay? And one more thing, both Karan and Fatima and Deeplata, everyone who had just asked this question, I would want to say is, make sure that you take a conscious effort to remove all the fillers when you say. For example, when Karan had mentioned, Karan was speaking out, he had used a lot of also.
Yes.
So try, make a conscious effort to remove these words. So இது வந்து நிறைய ரீப்ளேஸ் பண்ணலாம். நம்ம ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாமே வந்து நிறைய ரீப்ளேஸ் பண்ணலாம். உங்களுக்கு அதுல ஹெல்ப் தேவைன்னா கண்டிப்பா சொல்லுங்க. I will definitely help you with replacing it. But one very very easy hack that I would recommend is make use of the available AI tools. Like someone had mentioned about generative AI and it was cut. Make use of them. Make use of Bard, Google's Bard. Make use and just type in these statements that you want to say it out and ask it to rephrase it in a professional way. Right? ChatGPT and Bard is capable enough to do that. Alright? So if you feel that you're not grammatically complete, and if you feel that I'm making use of these words very 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 frequently, make use of such tools. But if you want help, and if you want help with personalization, let me know. I'm definitely happy to help you guys. Okay? So also, and there was one other word. So these things, make sure that you don't use it. Alright? And there should be a structure to it. Who I am, where I am from, where did I do my studies from, where did I, if I'm experienced or not, if I'm experienced, where am I working, or where did I work previously, all these things. And after that, or during that studies, or during your college period, or during your previous company's work, what all things that is doing. So you don't say my skills are. You say that I am skilled in. And where did I gain my skills from? I did a project on so and so using this technology. Right? If you just developed an e-commerce website, what would be the technology that you would be using? You would be using your basic HTML, CSS, you would be using JavaScript and all, right? And there are multiple technologies using which you could develop an e-commerce site. So you will have to mention that I developed e-commerce websites for so and so using these technologies, right? For, in the sense, what was that e-commerce website for? Were you selling shoes? Were you selling some textile? Were you selling furniture? Right? And what was the purpose of developing that e-commerce website? Right? In the many questions, you build up your answer. Right? So these kinds of things you'll have to, there has to be a connection. நான் யாரு, எங்க இருந்து வந்திருப்பாரு, எங்க நான் என் படிப்பை முடிச்சேன், லைக் பிஏ முடிச்சா, பிஓ, பிடெக்கோ, whatever, MBA, whatever it is. I did this from Swan College, and during my college, I participated in these many projects or these many presentations. Project now, what project did I do? What technology did I use? Presentation now, what was the topic of my paper presentation, and what I learned from these things. Basically, the awards you don't say that I only got a certificate. I was rewarded for it, I was recognized for it, right? You don't say that I was only given, I did not win any awards, I did not win any prizes. You say that I was recognized for it. Participation in itself is a great deal. In a department of around 200 to 300 students, you're one of the participants. right? You took that effort to actually choose a topic, prepare yourself, go there and present it in front of the whole audience. That itself is a great deal. So you say that you presented a paper on so and so topic, and I was recognized also for that. Okay, everything has to be positive when you are saying something in the interview. So இது வந்து ஒரு ஜெனரல் ஒரு டே டு டே லைஃப்லயே நம்ம வந்து கத்துக்கிட்ட ரெடியா இருக்கும். நம்ம ஏதாவது ஒன்று சொன்னா டோன்ட் யூஸ் வேர்ட்ஸ் லைக், இப்போ நான் என்ன சொன்னேன், டோன்ட் யூஸ், இதை எப்படி நான் சேஞ்ச் பண்ணலாம்? ட்ரை டு யூஸ் குட் வேர்ட்ஸ், த ரைட் வேர்ட்ஸ். இதா டிஃபரன்ஸ் சரிதா? டோன்ட் யூஸ் என்று சொன்னா வந்து இட் கிவ்ஸ் a negative impact on the person who's listening. இதே நான் try to use ன்னு சொன்னா it gives one suggestions. நம்ம வந்து இதெல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி suggestions சொல்லுவோம். But it has a good impact, a positive impact on the person who listens to it. Alright, so இதுதான். So you have to make sure that you use the right words and you reduce the usage of such words like don't, can't, didn't, I could not do this, I could not achieve that. But and the second thing is try not to use buts, ifs and buts when you are saying. These were certain tips. Alright, good job everyone who volunteered. Anyone else would want to go ahead? Okay,
Ma'am.
Yes, Jairaj.
First of all, thank you so much for giving me this golden opportunity to introduce myself. I am Jairaj. I am from Karnai. Before applying this job, I done a lot of research about this company. And also read a lot of articles in Google. This company was established at 19 something, and your main goal is to provide your services to our customers, and I could help you progress through my skills, knowledge, and experiences. Your latest post on social media inform me that you have raised money for good cause. All these things made me want me work for you even more, and I am very confident to fit this role. Recently, so far, I learned many languages like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, Media Query, JS, and React. With this help of, I create many websites like Lawncare, Medilab, Amazon, etc. With your permission, I would like to perfect one of my websites and I explain the users to you.
Go ahead, Jairaj. Alright, good job, Jairaj. So my question to you would be, what technologies are you skilled in, and how did you prove these technologies?
With website, ma'am?
Yeah, anything.
Yeah, HTML, CSS.
Did you do a project on these
e-commerce website, ma'am?
What was the purpose of these e-commerce websites, Jairaj?
To help the customer and also save the time.
How would you help the customers?
Like Amazon, it's easy. If the customers go to shop, they will search for every time. Time also lot of waste. But even a phone, they will quickly search about the details of the product. That search, they will come automatically what kind of products they will need. So e-commerce is best used for time saving.
Yeah, but I mean, Amazon also has an app, right? They could just install that app within their phone and they could just search for the products. What was different in the project that you did? Do you understand my question? Jairaj, Amazon ko or web app irukilla, sorry, mobile app irukilla. So நீங்க என்ன டிஃபரெண்டா பண்ணீங்க? நீங்க என்ன டிஃபரெண்டா வந்து கஸ்டமர்ஸ்க்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ற மாதிரி இந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட் மூலமா பண்ணீங்க?
quick search, ma'am, with the help of React.
Okay. எவ்வளோ search time குறைஞ்சது? Like how
Like point seconds, ma'am. 0.25 something.
0.25 seconds per search.
Yes, ma'am.
How much search was actually, how much time was actually taking with the regular Amazon search?
Ma'am, if take the app, it will take some 0.10, 0.15 something, ma'am. If you go through the website, it will reduce the time, ma'am.
All right, good. And is this website a standalone website, or you can integrate it with these e-commerce websites, already available e-commerce websites like Amazon, Flipkart, etc.?
Already have just clone, ma'am. Website clone.
Okay, you cloned Amazon, as you're mentioning, and you provided a quick search functionality.
Ma'am.
All right, good job. And go ahead. I also wanted to ask you, what other interests do you have apart from your technical expertise? What are your hobbies?
Ma'am?
What are your hobbies, Jairaj?
Ma'am, like playing chess and volleyball.
Wow. Do you participate in any
Yes,
tournaments?
ma'am. In chess, I'm a school class, ma'am.
Awesome.
In volleyball, just only go to the zone only.
Okay. It's okay, but you are interested in sports.
Yeah.
Awesome. And in your college, did you participate in any activities that demonstrated your
College like NCC, ma'am.
NCC? What did you learn? What do you learn from NCC, Jairaj?
Ma'am, in NCC, how to interact with people very closely, ma'am. Even with go through the all kind of artworks, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, tell me, how is Army different from NCC, Jairaj?
Ma'am, both are same, ma'am. Not very different, ma'am. Army, NCC.
Really?
Both are the same.
What intention did you have in mind before joining NCC? Did you want to join the defense services, or what made you join the NCC? Just like that?
Just what we can do for our country. Just for the country.
What service does an NCC cadet does to his country? Apart from going on parades, apart from participating, yeah.
If we go to war, if lack of soldiers means they will inform the NCC cadet, they will participate in the war.
Good.
We also have a lot of rifle training.
Lot of what training?
Rifle.
Awesome. Good job. Good, Jairaj. Awesome. Anyone else would want to participate? Good.
Ma'am.
Hi, Balaji.
Yes. Hello everyone, I'm Balaji from my Navy, and I'm currently pursuing BE Computer Science final year at IPT College of Engineering. And in my first year, I have completed. I've done a project in Google PageRank algorithm and the domain of mathematics. And in my second year, I've done a mini project in AI Virtual Assistant in Python. And in my third year, I've done a mini project in OpenCV based criminal identification using a Cascade classifier. And currently, my upcoming project in my final year is lane detection. And then I moved my co-curricular activities. In my college, I think during my third year, I participated in a sports day and a football, and I won I won the match, and then it was my first victory in very much. During the finals, we have won the match. Because in my 12th, I went for a zonal level. During the finals, we have ended up with a runner. But in college, I've won the match. That creates me more happiness. Then I've learned. Actually, everyone knows in football, it is completely about like team playing and consistent and hard work from every player. So I've learned from that. Then during my college, in my second year, I have delivered a vote of thanks in my annual day celebration. Then in my third year, I have hosted as a main English compare in my annual day function. So I was very super excited in that because I like that because it is because it gives me a more confident and actually everyone knows hosting an event will not be performed as you expected because sometimes the content will be changed, the script will be changed dynamically. So I like that because I learned from that because according to the situation we have to change ourselves, right? So I've learned from that and that makes me more confident. Then I've decided to get a job in a full stack development because during my first year I get to know about full stack development. Before that, I've learned. I've heard some of the words like front end and back end only. Then during my first year, I've heard the name called full stack development. So I don't know where I get this name specifically because I think from the YouTube some guy explaining about what is the full stack development and explaining how to become a full stack developer. So then I watched and then I get to know what is exactly full stack development, and that is more similar to my interest because if I make any work or if I do any work, I want to complete from the A to Z, like from the starting and ending part. I have to do I have to contribute in that. So in that full stack also the entire process will be taken by a single person. So I like more in full stack development, and I think it will be right fit for me. And what excites me here is in that development, I have a more interest in backend, like connecting the front end and backend and getting the data from the front end and manipulating the data. So that excites me more, and the instant result that is the more exciting part from that full stack development. And during my college, I have participated in various competitions and during my project expo in the name called TechBuddy, I have got first prize and I have presented a paper presentation in Krishna Swami College and in the title of integration of blockchain with IoT. So I got a experience from there. Then I participated in a project expo in KCG College from Chennai. So I got a participation certificate. So also I got an experience from the other college, how they are conducting the event and how actually doing the project from the other college. So that was the greatest experience, and that's it about me.
Good job, Aditi. Good to hear about you. Finally, a student who has actually participated in a lot of things. Good job. Balaji, my question would to you would be: did you participate in any team?
Team events, huh? Yeah, as I said, in my college I have participated in Project Expo. It was a team event, and me and Karan was a teammate there, so we got a first place in that team event. And actually, also I mentioned that I won a prize in football. Actually, it is also a team event, right? So I think these two are the team events.
You mentioned that you had participated in comparing it all, right? You had compared for the annual function of your college, right? So,
yeah.
And you mentioned that you had to make some changes there, right? So tell me about your experience or tell me about scenarios wherein you had to accommodate changes within your script or, organizing the entire.
Actually, recently we have conducted an alumni event in my college. It was a first class alumni event. So in that event, it was not well. It was not going as we expected because suddenly they have changed some of the scripts. Suddenly they have changed some of the chief guest name. Some of the secretary will not actually came through that event. So suddenly we have to change the names of that event and some of the cases we want them to arrange arranging all of them and moving. So like, some instruction will be changed, some events will be conducted in the front, some of the event will be postponed. So like that, we have changed the script, right?
Alright, good. And how well do you think you work with people around you, or like if you are given a team, how well do you think your relationships with the team would be?
Yeah, actually,
People, basically.
yeah, as a team, as I'm working in a team, I just analyze the people who are working in a team and what are the capabilities they can do, what are the stress level they can handle. So according to that capability, I'll assign some work, and mostly I'll take the major part of the work, so that I can release the work of my teammates. And I'll make a collaborative work and I engage everyone to participate. So not like that. For example, if in a team for 4 members in a team, only the 3 members are participating, and the one are just like in the team. So I was not. That was not my intention. I want everyone to participate and everyone to give their 100% effort. And so from the individual, I get how I can make use of that individual person. Not like some people do not have that knowledge in that field. So I was not interested to give that new project or new task to that unknown people. So I just get to know about them, then I'll assign the tasks.
How do you say, let's say that you have a project that you want to develop and it requires A, B, and C skills, but I'm someone who's not skilled in B and C. How would you say that, you're not eligible enough to be in my field?
Yeah, I just ask them whether you know about the skills or not. Then I select them. I think you are looking for that, right? I don't know what you are looking.
I want to understand how would you say to a person that you cannot be a part of my team?
Yeah, I just tell them you're not a part of the team because these kind of skills are required to be a part of my team, and I'll tell them to try to learn, or else I'll add them in a team, and the parallelly they have to be learning that skill. Or else if they are not capable of learning parallelly, I'll just remove and I'll tell them next time I'll be adding you in the team, so that you will perform better next time.
Balaji, how would you rate yourself as an individual contributor and as a team player?
I'll rate myself 9 out of 10.
As an individual contributor?
Yeah, individual I'll rate of 10 out of 10.
Right. Why the difference?
Because while coming to the team participation, in some perspective I'll be like an introvert. So I think that was my negative or disadvantage. So I'll rate myself as a 9 out of 10.
Great. Good job, Balaji.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Balaji, a small tip for you is, of course, you could say out your heart while we are in this group, but when you are actually facing an interviewer, be sure that you don't display an overconfident self. Understand? Being confident, being underconfident is one thing, but being overconfident is also one thing. Right? I'm not saying that you were very overconfident. I'm not saying you were just at the right spot. You were doing you were saying out the right things. Very good on that. But make sure that you don't. Sorry, guys. So make sure that you don't display an overconfident self. One moment. Yeah. So that was one, and make sure that you phase out your statements very well. So don't go very fast. Give proper spacing when you are speaking up, right? So between one and the other statement, at least give 2 to 3 seconds. Okay? Just 2 to 3 seconds, and take a conscious effort for that. Right? Sometimes people, in nervousness, we speak out very fastly. Alright? So make sure that that fastness or that speed is not there. That speed is not there, but on the whole, overall, it was a very good attempt, Balaji. You did an amazing job. And just one more thing to say is that talk about your strengths and not your weaknesses. So you find yourself better as an individual contributor. So try to focus on that. Say out why you are a good individual contributor, but don't say things that sometimes people do not qualify to be a team. Blah blah blah. Don't say all things like that. Okay. That's it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
So anyone else would want to contribute?
Ma'am, sorry for the interruption. Ma'am, didn't ask me any question, ma'am.
Karan? Yeah, I'd mentioned starting the audience. One moment. One moment, Karan. Really sorry.
Okay.
So Karan, my question for you would be,
Yes, ma'am.
what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses?
Weakness also, ma'am. My
This
greatest
is a very
strength
common question, and you are introducing yourself, but let's start.
Okay, ma'am. That's it. So my greatest strength of all times is
Yeah. Go
I
ahead.
could convert my weakness into my strength. It was my greatest of all times because on to my school
Hello?
days I did. I'm
Is
audible.
everyone hearing Karan?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am?
Yeah. Now you're audible, Karan. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Can audible right now, ma'am?
Yes.
Yes. So my greatest strength of all times is, so I could convert my weakness into my strength. On to my school days, I didn't study well, I didn't perform well. I got very low grades and I too failed in many subjects. But when to my college, I could make that weakness into my strength and I got academic excellence for 2020 and 2021 as a class topper also. I've been excelled. So this acts as a great play and a great strength for myself. And also I'm a team player and I have a good leadership skill. As a team player, I have good communication skills and also collaborating with my teammates. Even it may be a boy, it may be a girl, I could easily collaborate with them. I'm an open type. So about my leadership skill, as I said before, I'm a representative for my class, and also I have been an associate secretary for the department of CSE. More than an associate secretary of the department of CSE, I've been representative. I know about each and every one of my class about the characteristics and how do they listen and how do they go. So I could able to manage them for a full year, even both in online and also in offline. So I have a good experience on that. And another experience is I could do my job in a simpler way and in a fastest way, so that I could easily complete it on the time or at least within the deadline. And about my weaknesses,
What were your roles and responsibilities at Guru?
So in what, ma'am? Roles and responsibility in my representative school, ma'am.
No, you continue, Karan. First, continue about the weaknesses, and then I'll start.
Okay, ma'am. So my weaknesses, I am a pretty bit lazy person at my works, but I will complete my works on time. And I could get too frustrated when I didn't complete my work. So that's only my weakness, and I could change my weakness although I'm working in the job. So thank you. So that's it.
Good job, Karan. The next question would be, what were your roles and responsibilities as the secretary for your department?
Okay, ma'am.
How did you help out the other students?
So it's a kind of a role that I made is done organizing TechBuddy 2K23. I was major role. I done a speech. On the particular speech, I was saying about my college, what are all my college did for the students, and also many of the coding clubs also introduced in the college. So I was saying about that, and also many type of group activities also made in the particular event. So and also for students, many type of code clubs activities are also done through my supervision and also my activities.
Can you give an example of
So
the
code
club?
club was organized. So code club was organized in our college. I didn't participate in the code club, but my other departments students and also my other section students participated in that. So I gave an instruction to them. So in that particular period of time there will be a class or not, and I also informed the staffs about the count of the students and also what kind of course that have been done in the particular code club. It was a Java full stack development. So it was a 1 month training. It was organized and I was a key role in that also.
Good job, Karan. Do you think that your laziness would not impact the role that you're interviewing for?
Even though I have a pretty high amount of laziness, that laziness too makes me smart at most of the time now. Because when I do a hard work and I put a lots of work, means it takes a lot amount of time to complete a particular task. When I got pretty bit lazy, means I will complete the task in a short span of time. Even though my weakness is my laziness, it also one of my strengths. So I could correct that laziness.
But isn't your laziness going to impact the other people's work in the team?
No, ma'am. I will complete my work on time. But if though I'm lazy, I will inform to my team leads or to my manager that I didn't complete the task and I will complete within the deadline also.
So do you wait for your deadline to finish off your job?
Ma'am, I couldn't understand the question.
You wait for your deadline to complete a task, right?
No, ma'am. If I was lazy, if I got any other commitments, only I will wait for deadline. But my individuality, my role is I will complete the task before on time itself. So if a particular case, if I was lazy or in a rare case I was in a particular occasion, means I would inform them. So it would not be occurred occasionally. It would occur in only some period of time.
Give me an example, Karan, when you felt lazy but you were able to finish off the task and you did not.
I could a great example. I would feel a great example is my college assignments and also my projects also that I'm doing. And also currently APJ Tech also given me a project of website. I was not lazy at the time. I was into other commitments, so I couldn't do at my work. I accept that I also been lazy at my time. So I could only complete the project on the day at the last day only, but I completed the work. I didn't do the pending works. I completed on the last day itself and I submitted it.
Good job, Karan. So one tip for you would be to not use the word lazy.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Because it has a very negative impact on the person who's listening to you. Okay, try and rephrase it.
Okay, ma'am.
Alright. So make use of some other words instead of using a word like lazy, because it is going to have a very negative impact on the interviewer, and people don't want lazy people in their team. So although you are time and again reinforcing the fact that you have the ability to turn your weaknesses into strengths, but how would one person accept the fact that you can turn your laziness into your strength? So although you could say that you will be able to find out smart ways to finish off the job, but that also indicates that the other people in the team are not smart enough, right? Or the deadlines set for completing the job are not right enough, right? If you could finish a job, let's say a 10 days job, if you're smart enough to finish it in 8 days, that means that everyone else in the team should be capable, firstly, finish the job in 8 days, and it also questions the ability of the person who led the timelines, that why am I giving extra grace time to the people? So it's attacking two people with a single stone, right?
Okay, okay.
These are things we need to make sure that we keep in mind. Okay?
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else? I think we have
Ah.
11 minutes
Next
past.
semester.
Yeah, just a moment, Karthik.
Yes.
You can go ahead, Karthi. I think we'll take you as the last person today. And if anyone would want to actually participate, I would recommend rather that they record a video of them saying tell me about yourself and post it in the group. Right? Works, right, Anna? Venkana? So Karthi would be the last person today. And after Karthi, anyone else who wants to volunteer, make sure that they record a video, or even if they want to record an audio, do that and post it in the WhatsApp group. Alright? And for the people who have actually volunteered, and they also would want to rectify by after listening to the tips and corrections, try out a different version. If they want to post an audio of that as well, you're welcome to do that. Okay? Karthi, go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. First of all, thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity to introduce about myself in front of you. Myself, Karthi Rajendran, and I currently living and coming from Vilivakkam, Chennai. I completed my graduation at Dr. NGR Educational and Research Institute of Madurai for the degree of BCom Children. And I started my career as a digital marketing intern at Joy Technologies, where I learned many things and skills about digital marketing, especially SEO, which means search engine optimization. Because we work mainly in search engine optimization for ranking our clients' website, for positioning the client's website in first in search results. Using organic methods in ranking, like approaching like guest blogging to other sites for acquiring backlinks, and helps the both clients website and prospects website to rank in the search engine according to Google's algorithm. And I'm also working in growth team for email marketing, like approaching new clients through the email about new products and services that we are providing by our organization. And also Joy Technologies helped me a lot for improving my communication skills. And then now I am currently working as a digital marketing training in Western Engineers and Consultants Private Limited, where we working in off-peak backlinking to our organization website to rank higher in Google search engine, and also I edit post like social post company social media handles for regarding festival and business related post. And I am currently undergoing comprehensive training in full stack development at Dr. APJ Dreams. My motivation for pursuing this career transition stems from my profound fascination with designing websites and my unwavering passion for staying at the forefront of the latest advancement in computer technologies. By immersing myself in this learning journey, I'm striving to ascend to greater heights within the field, driven by a strong desire to excel and contribute significantly to the world of web development. And absolutely, as a fresher, my passion for learning and staying up to date with the latest technologies gives me a unique advantage. I bring a fresh perspective and eagerness to contribute, and willingness to take on challenges with enthusiasm. My adaptability and ability to quickly grasp new concepts will allow me to grow rapidly in this dynamically in particular role. Why I choose Intropeak means it has a friendly and creative work culture. People there work together, share ideas, and this is the place I can learn a lot and grow my career as a full stack developer. And I am highly proficient in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, and React.js. So for now, I have learned, and I have technical knowledge in SEO for implementing optimization ideas for the website that we are gonna make. And I so far I done many personal projects in my own with the help of these about technologies that I mentioned above. With your permission, I will present my project with you and I will explain the uses of the project and what are all the techniques that I implemented. One of my successful and best project means Stock Industries website, which is a fictional website which is designed by me my own. It took about 1 week to complete this website with the help of Bootstrap to design this website for with mobile responsive. And I implemented dark mode option. This is the first time I implemented my idea, like dark mode option, where I learned it with internet, and I implemented this idea in my website. And then, yeah, that's all.
Good job, Karthik. My question to you is, did you read it out, Karthik?
No, ma'am.
How were you to pass then?
Yeah, it's basically, I don't know.
You basically prepared a lot, right?
Yeah, it's, yeah, it's,
Yeah. Good job. Good job. So you actually covered a lot of the points, which is a very, very, very good job done. Good job and kudos for the effort put in. Yeah. So one question that anyone who's listening to you would ask is why did you switch from a digital marketing field to the whole development and arena? Why would you go and do that?
First of all, digital marketing is my second part of career, ma'am, because there will be a primary part of career. Like I was in the like we want to gain a lot of computer side technologies. I like to I was trying to find in many ways. Like then only I was met Dr. APJ Phillips and joined this course for the instant development. And then later realized that I can design the websites. Like I am interested in designing this lot of websites, and I think that this is my part of my career, primary career, because there is an alternate option, right? We are also proficient. We are also proficient in this field also as well as this field also. It will be a plus life, plus life.
Karthi, but we want people to full-time work as a developer. And I
Yeah,
think
yes, ma'am.
you may not get time for your digital marketing career. So how do you
No, ma'am. Digital marketing is my second part, ma'am. It's an alternate option.
alternate option meaning if you don't get a job here, you go for digital marketing?
Some like that also, ma'am. But and also we can implement that idea onto the full stack also, like optimizing the websites. If you are creating a website in use of full stack and optimizing the website using the digital marketing, I can help in both the part.
Alright. Okay. Tell me two things. Tell me 2 points, Karthi, why you stand out and why we should hire you against all the other candidates that we've interviewed.
I think I can just look for this particular role because I have a lot more interest designing the website like the use of full stack in the full stack development, and I have a lot of passion about a lot of computer technologies. So I can believe that I can give my 100% to this job.
Their interviewing is definitely has definitely undergone
Sarma,
some sort of a training or has some sort of work hands-on experience in development, right? Web development, right? So what makes you stand out? What is that differentiating factor, and why should we hire you? Okay, and not hire the other people outside.
So, can you explain if you can understand what is?
everyone who's interviewing for the role has hands-on experience on, or is at least expected to have hands-on experience in web development, right? So
So have an hands-on experience.
what makes hands-on experience in the sense experience or work experience or any kind of project or anything web development. They should be skilled in, right? And people only shortlisted people who have the skill for web development, right? And who are right for this role. Tell me why we should only hire you and not anyone who's sitting outside.
I think it's a complicated question and I'm not prepared for that. Sorry.
Good job. It's okay. It's okay. Good job. So these are questions that you will face in interviews. Especially in most of the companies you have a separate round for managerial or behavioral round, right? Wherein these kinds of questions can be asked, right? In such a scenario, you have to make sure that you highlight what you have attained as a skill, what experience you have. If you've been rewarded, highlight that, right? And let's say that you've done a project which has gone live, and there's some sort of problem that you start with, right? When Ola started, when what is it called? What's that housing thing? No, Booking.com, and what is the Indian version of it? The rooms, OYO rooms, sorry. Yeah. So when OYO started, there was some problem that this guy had in mind, right, which he wanted to solve by creating a business called OYO. Right. So when you actually and only when you have a problem that you want to solve for, 90% of the chances are that it will become a success. I might sound very philosophical, but it has to be, any business idea has to start with a problem, right? And same comes with any kind of a project as well. When you start with doing a project, you can't just copy paste whatever is already available, right? You can't just develop another Amazon, you can't just develop another Flipkart. In case you are doing also, what is it that is different? When you compare your project with an Amazon or a Flipkart, tell me what is in your project that is not available in Flipkart or Amazon, right? Rather than being funny, I think I asked someone and someone said quick search, right? So that is one differentiating factor, and say it with numbers in hand, like how that person said that we reduced the search timing by so and so number of seconds, right? So start like that and tell them that this makes me efficient efficient and skilled in these kinds of technologies, and I think I am the right person because I understand, let's say, the culture of the company, and I'm a good team player. These kinds of things. See, first you'll have to be very specific, and then you could go ahead and add on things like I'm a good team player, I'm adaptive, blah 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 blah. That's all, and support all these points by examples, right, or proof of concept, these kinds of things. Okay, but on the whole, Karti, you did an amazing job. Good job, bro. Good job.
Thank you.
Alright. So I guess the points that we had just discussed in our session today were clear to you. There are questions that you had in your mind, and you thought that it was not easy for me to understand. Feel free to just type it in the WhatsApp group, and I'm always available on the WhatsApp group. I'll respond to you guys. Okay, and people who raised their hands and did not get an opportunity, I would want them to all record a video or audio of them telling out their tell me about yourself, and post it in the WhatsApp group. Okay? Can I hear a yes?
working, ma'am.
Alright, and feel free to tell me your feedback as well in the WhatsApp group. It is not necessary that you have everything in positive feedback, but only your concerns. There are the questions that are solved and I share. Okay? Sorry, I just put my hair in. Okay. Good. Hello.
Hi. Sorry.
Alright.